Career days. Thank you all for coming. I have a very special announcement. I wonder what it's about. You may have noticed the three illustrious guests beside me achieved success in their respective fields and left significant mark on the wisdom world. Have even met some of them before. I have. It's always nice to see a familiar face. Suffice to say, it concerns your future careers. Allow me to explain. Hogwarts, it is customary for fifth years to visit their respective head of house to discuss the future, but I'm happy to inform you that this special career program will be open to all students, so it's not just older students. In the coming days, experts from various fields will be visiting Hogwarts to share their wisdom. We hope you take this chance to learn about the many magical occupations in the world. I invite you all to contemplate the three statues displayed here. Each represents a strength any witch or wizard needs to succeed: courage, empathy, and knowledge. As you ponder your future career, I urge you to consider not only your strengths but your passions. For when one loves what they do, it feels like less like work. With that, I declare Career Day at Hogwarts officially begun. This is so exciting. I can't wait to learn about all the different careers. It sounds like we are in for a busy couple of days. The statues, I know which one I prefer. I value courage the most. With courage, I can look out for my friends and stand up for what's right. How brave the two of you are shouldn't be surprised. But I heard that it's tonight at midnight in the astronomy tower. How mysterious, I know, right? I can't wait to go. The only clue we have is those who seek knowledge are the most welcome. But I chose courage. Can I still go? Perhaps the futures are written in the stars. I wasn't sure whether you were going to show up, but it's not every night you get permission to leave the domes after dark, and now I finally get to see the astronomy tower. This career program must be a big deal if they are willing to let us younger students up here. Perhaps it's to show us we can be anything under the stars. No one knows exactly what this event is supposed to be, only that those who seek knowledge are the most welcome. However, you are always one off to save the day after all. But some of us value knowledge above everything else. With knowledge you can do anything, but when you are as intelligent as I am, it can be hard to narrow down the possibilities. If you found someone in all this who could provide advice that's actually useful, but all I see are scholarly types who just like to hear themselves talk. Of course I did, it's obvious, there's got to be someone here. All the magical scholars and professors we spoke to are passionate about their chosen field. Good for them, too bad it doesn't help any of us choose a career. I talked to who seemed quite eager to help, and what subject are they expert in? Divination. Introduce myself, I'm Sybil Chilwani. See you. I also teach divination at Hogwarts. From your oaths that you are looking to help regarding your futures, I am willing to lend my aid if you are bold enough. What would you need us to do? Join me in the courtyard. I think Professor Chilirani is offering to read our futures. Why should we waste our time with Professor Chilirani? It'll be fun, even if nothing comes of it. It will be an experience we can share together. But if you are all going, I may as well too. Then settled. If she's a true to her world, we may get a glimpse of our future careers. Thanks for agreeing to help us. I'm always happy to help students unravel the mysteries of the future. I actually looked. My friends really saw a vision of their lives after Hogwarts. Have a seat, it's your turn. What do you need me to do? Clear your mind and then gaze into the orb and see what it has to show you. Remember, it is not only my sight that will show us a glimpse of tomorrow, but your inner eye as well. Is this really working? So far, all you have done is predict different ways that I might die. I'm simply a conduit for my inner eye. As for your possible death, I advise you to stay away from. I think I see something. An image of is forming in the crystal ball. I see. A desk. The orb has revealed a glimpse at your future, but all I saw there's got to be more to it. Tonight's gazing has sapped my energies. I have you to contemplate your destiny. Alright then, thank you. So what did your inner eye reveal? A desk, that's it? Yeah. Was there anything on the desk? A few books, normal desk stuff, I think. I never figured you for the type. How do you feel about a career working at the desk? Sounds dreadful. I think it's hard to imagine anything duller than a career tied to a desk. With all the adventures we have had here at Hogwarts, I suppose I expected something more exciting. You saw something concrete. I don't even know what to make what I saw in my vision. I'm more uncertain about my future career than ever. As you said, it was all my idea. I'll help you interpret your vision. I'll hold you to it. I don't like the idea of my destiny being a blow. If I come up with a clue as to what your career, your desk's pointing to, I'll let you know. Really, who? No one knows, but Professor McGonagall said to stay vigilant. Watchu, hello. You got a vision from chilling on his crucible too. Alright, all of you, quiet now. Mad Eye. My name is Alistair Moody, Ministry Mail Content, and your guest speaker today. I'm here to tell you what it's like to be an Auror. I suggest you pay attention. So this is man is an Auror. He does look pretty tough. They say no one's put more dark wizards in Azkaban than he, and there's something else. Saw him in my vision. You did. When I looked into Professor Trelawney's crystal ball, I saw myself with him at the ministry. He was yelling at me. I'm not sure why, but I think this means I become an owl. To be an owl is to face the darkest evils of magical world, even if you have what it takes. But if you listen to me, you just may have a chance. Being an owl is dangerous work. It requires a great deal of courage and expertise. Many try, most will fail, and some will die. Thank you for your time. Well, that was rather intense. Being an owl sure sounds dangerous. True, but it's important work. We were still ill when the Wizard World War happened, but something like that could happen again. I want to be one there to stand against the darkness. Penny told me that's what you choose too. It's not hard to see why. You really are brave. That means a lot coming from you. I'm not going to let a little danger stop me from pursuing my dream. What about you? Would you choose a dangerous career to pursue your dream? Sure, I live for danger. That's one thing we have in common. Most life's more interesting when you take a risk now and then. With all the adventures we have had at Hogwarts, I know you are as brave as they come. To qualify for early training, I'll need to score high in the newts. How many newts did Mad-Eye say you are required to qualify for early training? I don't know. Thanks, you have got a great memory. I'll need to score outstanding or exceeds expectation in at least 5 newts. That sounds like quite a challenge. I never asked what you saw in Professor Trelawney's crystal ball. If O's need desks. It's a long story, I'd explain, but I've got to go. I need to meet Penny. Dark Horse, you made it just in time. I take it that this event is about healers and the work to do. Because healers were in my vision, so that's what you saw in Trelawney's crystal ball. That does seem pretty clear, if a little unexpected. I always assume I would go up to be pushing you. I'm not sure what to make of it. Perhaps destiny simply has a different plan for me. If you try your hand at being a healer, you may realize you enjoy it. If healers use desks to work, you may be right. My name is Miriam Strout. I work as a healer at St. Mungo's Hospital for Magical Maladies and Injuries. I've gained special permission to help out here at Hogwarts Hospital. I'm immensely proud of your work today. I think you all did a brilliant job. I hope this experience has helped you consider a career in the healing arts, especially compared to Mad-Eye. Even among healers, work in the Janus Thickery world requires a lot of empathy and patience. Nope, no clue at all. Now it's a different flow. A severe permanent spell. It's good that none of the students we care for today had serious ailments. How did you like helping the patients you? Helping people. And I appreciate how much empathy healers have. Still, I can't help but feel like something is missing. There's a lot to appreciate about being a healer, but I'm still not sure. What do you appreciate the most about healing? I appreciate the most about healers is that they help people. It's as simple as that. Becoming a healer wouldn't be so bad, but I think my true passion is still with potions. That doesn't explain my vision, though. I wonder if it means that what I thought it meant. Be happy to learn that visions may not be set in stone. All she saw in her vision was a confusing blur. And what were you saying about a desk before? We can discuss the details later. It's almost time for my next event. Amos Degory. Hello? We miss you at the Oro and Healer events. Do you feel that neither of those jobs are for you? Well, Healer, I think I'm not one of for uniforms. I know you have been feeling uncertain about the vision you saw. Penny and I had a thought that might help. We don't even know if our visions are true. But something about my vision just felt real, even if I can't explain what it means. I may question what brought you to an event focused on careers involving magical creatures. Remember the strengths, courage, empathy, and knowledge. I chose knowledge, and I have heard that working with magical creatures require a lot of it. Well, lovely to see you again. Hello, Mr. Diggory. I work at the Ministry Department of Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures. I've even brought along a few friends to help. Would you say that jobs involving magical creatures require a lot of knowledge? And much more besides. Let me show you around. Everyone knows about magic zoologists. They travel the world studying magical creatures. There are many other creature careers to consider. Ministry of Magic has a whole department dedicated to them. And as you have shown, some creatures even have jobs themselves. There are treasure-seeking nifflers, delivery owls, and so much more. And all of them require extensive knowledge. To work with a creature, you must first understand its nature. With that in mind, let's see how much you remember. I trained to protect which country's Ministry of Magic. I don't fucking know. British. I meant French. In addition to security, Matagods are also used to handle correspondence. I'm glad to see you were paying attention. I can tell you care for magical creatures. Thank you for doing all of this. The pleasure was all mine. I wish you luck concerning your future careers. What do you think? Do you see yourself having a career in magical creatures? I suppose anything's possible. You may not be the type to fawn over magical creatures, but you are still smart enough to do the job. There are stranger things in the world. Are there? I'm not so sure. I won't pretend. I don't enjoy a magical creature every now and then, but I don't think I'd make a career out of it. There's another event coming up. Perhaps we'll have better luck there. You saw a desk in your vision. The Ministry of Magic has plenty of those. Arthur Weasley is here. Thank you for coming. My name is Amelia Bones. I work with the Ministry. I serve as the head of Department of Magical Law Enforcement. I must be made of strong stuff to manage old like Mad Eye. and law enforcement is but one of the Ministry of Magic's many departments. Not every ministry role is exciting or dangerous as being an OO, but they also have an important purpose. Don't make the mistake of assuming that because your job is at a desk, you aren't making a difference. Listen closely. Keeps our world a secret from Mongols and safe from the forces of darkness. Jobs in the ministry really do make a difference, even if they seem like simple desk jobs. Now that the lecture is over, thought it would be a good idea to break into smaller groups. Hello, Arthur. It's a pleasure to see you again. It's a bit slower than some of the other ministry departments, but that's just how I like it. That way I can study Muggle artifacts to my heart's content. So you do. That's not a sort of thing I'm usually asked. I'd be happy to discuss it, but before we do, test your knowledge. She's a bit of a stickler to this sort of thing. How many departments of Ministry of Magic are there? I don't fucking know. Well, there's at least 7. 7? Excellent. We'll be happy to hear that whole lecture got through to you. Name all the 7 department offices. The ministry's got so many offices that even I could name them all. Now that's all this about desks. But I saw it was a vision of a desk. Can you describe this desk? It's brown, made of wood. There were drawers and a few papers and books on top. That's a desk, all right. Unfortunately, I can't tell you whether it's the same sort of desk we use in the ministry. When I first saw the desk in my vision, I thought it could make for a dreadfully boring future. I don't know, life in the ministry bureaucrat just doesn't appeal to me. Too much paperwork. We do love our paperwork. Not every day is as lucky as I am to pursue the passion for a living. In my case, that's Muggle artifacts. Thanks, Arthur. I'm not sure what may make of that. Perhaps it's a future. You move really fast. There's a career event in the Quidditch pitch happening soon. I was thinking of just going to watch Grednog Jones in action. Come on, let's go. It's good to see you. Hello, Andre. Oh, it's something interesting recently. We did, but the visions we saw weren't exactly straightforward. All I could make out from mine was a desk. A desk? Why would that mean anything? That does seem perplexing. The two of us has been going to different career events, hoping to find a clue. If you ask me, I don't think you should concern yourself with silly visions. What's the point of worrying about a future that hasn't yet happened? To investigate if the future takes the same shapes as our vision, it means they were accurate. True, but at least we would know we have a decent inner eye. Divination shows a tricky subject. I'd rather concern myself with the present. Professor Hughes invited her to demonstrate her skills as a professional Quidditch player. Of course, being a Quidditch pro isn't the only job in magical sports and games. Some flying might clear our heads at least. And then let's go show Grednog Jones what we can do. You've got some talent, all 3 of you. I'm not surprised you can fly. If you've got a question, I'll answer the best I can. Alright then, I don't suppose you know what a big blow could mean. All I can say is that as an athlete, I need to be present in the moment. If I spent all my time worrying about the future, I'd never have gotten where I am today. Wherever fate takes you, I can tell by the way you fly that you'll land somewhere interesting. Just remember that talent and passion are important, but it's hard work that will keep you at the top of your game. Absolutely, and you know who works harder than anyone? People who won with their own businesses. In fact, there's another career program event at the Three Boomsticks starting soon, focusing on just that. Being my own boss does have its own win to it. There'll be all sorts of people there, shop owners, tradespeople, and innkeepers like Madame Mota. I even heard there's going to be free butterbeer for curious students. Now let's go to the Three Boomsticks then. Okay, all these people, these students must be interested in wanting their own business. It's more likely they hold a free butterbeer, but being your own boss does have its own win to it. Someone who can help us understand the visions. All I saw was a desk, and I still don't know exactly what that says about my future. I'm sure both of us will have promising careers ahead of us. Come on, let's find someone to talk to. Well, if it isn't Mr. Dockelstein and Miss Mielstein, come, tell me what's on your mind. It feels like only yesterday that you stepped into my shop in search for your first wand. You have become quite the remarkable young wizard. I'm quite curious about Headmaster Dumbledore's career program. What word would you best describe your experience with it so far? Bewildering. There are so many career paths to consider. Trying to navigate them all hasn't been easy. But discovering the possibilities of your lives beyond Hogwarts is what this program is all about. I sense there's something troubling. I would wanted a glimpse into a future, so we gazed into the crystal ball, but what we saw was a little confusing. I may not be able to offer advice, but I can certainly help you with your career considerations. The way you put it, finding the right career is a bit like finding the right wand. I couldn't have said it better myself. I've long believed that the wand chooses the wizard. Cases, the same can be said about careers. Are you saying a career may end up choosing me? I only mean to say that you never know what fate has in store. Just like a wand, when you find the career that's right for you, you'll know. What do you think, Mila? If we keep experimenting, we might find a career that feels right. That's easy for Mr. Ollivander to say. He comes from a long line of wand makers. He never had to make these sort of decisions. Plus, I bet he never saw a vision that was just a big blow. You still don't feel great about your future. Your senses are accurate. Tonk says the Professor Flitwick invited another special guest for Charms class. I'll find you later. I'm not giving up just yet. Oh my god. Watch you. Hello, Tonks. I'm so excited for the next speaker. My name is Evelyn Starlin. I'm a professional duelist. She came to Hogwarts to duel with Professor Flitwick. This ought to be quite the charms lesson. Even if you don't compete in tournaments, many career requires high level of dueling skills. I'd like to request 2 brave volunteers to join me on demonstration if you have aspirations to become a guard, coastbreaker, or an oral. I could tell you how your skills compare. I've been wanting to see how my dueling skills match up to an O's. Very good. I want both of you to do your best. If you have what it takes to take a role that requires a high-level dueling, I'll let you know. Oh, we're not actually dueling. That's BS. Very impressive. Both of you have skills that are above average. I can hardly believe the 2 of you are still students. You may even be good enough to qualify for competitions. Dueling as a proper tournament seems like fun, I'd say. It could be great to polish our skills. Competitions aside, I'm quite impressed by the dueling skills the 2 of you have displayed today. How many of your skills compared to that of an O? You still have a long way to go, but as far as the fundamentals, both of you have what it takes. Just remember, it takes more than dueling skills to become an Oro. You'll need to practice and adjust your weak points too. We all have areas where we can improve. While it is good to reinforce one's strengths, a true duelist must balance offense and defense and strategy. Being well-rounded is important for a duelist and for many other careers too. And whatever that business about desk was about, I hope you figured it out. I should go meet Penny next. Apparently Professor Snape has a challenge for us. If Mila isn't there, I can check in with her on how she's feeling about her future. She must not be ready to rejoin the career program events yet. When the event is over, I should go find her. Art and subtle science of potion making is more than the subject and lesson at Hogwarts. For those with skill, talent, and dedication, it can become a career. Can brew potions professionally. With that in mind, I have set up several potion making challenges to test your potioneering skills. I expect most of you to fail. You seem to be in a good mood. I am. I feel like I've rediscovered my passion. Precisely. After seeing my vision in Trelawney's crystal ball, I thought my destiny might be to become a healer. But after the healer event, you weren't convinced. I came here afterwards and helped Professor Snape test out his potion challenge. So I take it you already passed. The experience just reminded me how much I love potion making. And I'm not going to let some prediction prevent me from pursuing my passion. I'm going to become a potioneer, and you can be one too. In my vision, of my future, I saw a desk. I'm glad you are open to this. If I have potioneering potential, I should put in some practice and find out. It's done. You did much better than my challenge than expected. But if you wish to prove your potential, you will identify the potion you just completed. You can do this. I know you can get the truth no matter what. I said too much. For the colorless, odorless potion can only be one thing. Votus serum. It's the most powerful truth serum known. That is correct. It seems you have surpassed my expectations. Perhaps you have potion new potential after all. Thanks for your help, for helping me through that. You were brilliant. Most people couldn't even make it through the second challenge. I'm glad you feel better about the vision you saw in Professor Chiliani's crystal ball. Perhaps, but I'm not so sure my vision really was false. It's all about interpretation. In my vision, I was holding a potion while surrounded by healers, but I wasn't wearing a healer uniform. I could just as easily have been a potioneer, providing a healing potion to a patient in need. The same could be true for you, Mueller. Good luck reinterpreting your vision. I'd better go find Mueller. Mueller, Dan, I know you are worried about your vision, but I may be able to help. I just came from an event with Penny. I don't want to talk about my vision right now. I just hope that I can finally find some sort of book that feels right to me. Cecile Lee is the name. I work in the Ministry of Magic. Werewolves captured the vision. But to be honest, he wasn't all that helpful. The coast-breaking expert who was supposed to be here got a nasty coast and needs time to recover. I was called in last-minute replacement, and do you know who also suffers from a coast? Werewolves. If you see a werewolf, tell an adult. If no adults are around, then this is ridiculous. You're supposed to be our coast-breaking expert. I've been investigating and breaking coasters since our first year. I'm not sure we'd call ourselves experts, but we have broken our share of coasters. I've been given a coast socked and a helpful set of instructions. Oh. Are y'all okay? No, not to worry. This is all part of the demonstration. What do you need us to do? Just tell us what you know about coast breaking and act natural. I don't want to alarm anyone. In conclusion, most coastbreakers work for Gringotts Visiting Bank. They travel the world in search for enchanted treasures and break any coasters protecting it. It's a dangerous job, so you need courage. You also need knowledge, or you'll never understand the nature of the coasters you're breaking. I'll need empathy too to help people who have gotten coast. I think the empathy part is optional, but I suppose it wouldn't hurt. Give the students a hand, everyone. Now, how about breaking the coast? That may have been a counterspell written on the coastbreaker's instruction. Then let's have it. Can you remember the counterspell? I don't fucking know. Levio Corpus. If I remember correctly, the counterspell is Libra Corpus. Much appreciated. I understand coast breaking a lot better now, thanks to you. For what it's worth, I think either of you would make fine coast breakers. I assume the desk in my vision suggested that it's a dreadfully bone job was in store for me. Working at a desk doesn't mean your job isn't exciting or dangerous. All sorts of jobs use desks. I'm not sure what to make of a big blow though. Did coast breaking feel like the right role for you? She's gone. Not even coast breaking felt right to me, but the career program is almost over. Attend the event. There she is. I should talk to her. More worried than ever by what she saw in Professor Trelawney's crystal ball. If I can get to her before the event begins, then Reginald Catamole, but you can call me Reg. I work in the Ministry Magical Maintenance Department. It may not be the most glamorous job there is, but we're the ones who keep the Ministry in working order. Proper maintenance is crucial to the functioning of any magical establishment, especially a place like Hogwarts. Just one caretaker. I'm sure you all appreciate him very much. To give Mr. Flinch a bit of a break, we have gotten special permission to take over his duties today. So pick up a broom. Let's show the caretaker some love and learn what magical maintenance is all about. Whether it's repairing enchanted windows or cleaning up spills, magical maintenance is there to put things right. Without people like us, the magical world would fall apart in no time. So keep us in mind when you consider your future career. We might just surprise you. You keep disappearing on me. It's nothing personal, not this time at least. Are you alright? I know you have been worried about your future lately. I'm fine. Don't I seem fine? Because you don't seem fine. You look like you're still concerned about the vision you saw. Anything past you? Perhaps I'm not fine after all. There aren't many who can improvise a course-breaking lecture and help break a course at the same time. But it didn't help as much as I wanted. And this isn't about careers anymore, Dane. It doesn't matter what I do for a living. Wait a minute, what are you saying? Do I have to spell it out for you? My vision can only mean one thing. I'm doomed. I don't have a future. That's what Trelawney's crystal ball is trying to tell me. Thanks for trying to help, but I just want to be left alone. And no one deserves to feel doomed. I've got to help her feel better. And I'm pretty unclear about my own future. There's one person at Hogwarts who never fails to lift my spirits. Let's go talk to Hagrid. Hi, Hagrid. Something wrong? You look a bit worried. It's this career program. It's gotten all out of hand. It's not just that. My friends and I looked into Chilirani's crystal ball to catch a glimpse of our futures. It worked out for Tonks and Penny, but what Mueller saw has spun her into a crisis. All I saw in my own visions was a desk. Didn't figure a year for a desk job type. I know, I'm hoping I don't end up with some deep, dreary desk job. You always seem to be happy about the work you do and most other things besides. How did you realize that being the Hogwarts gamekeeper was the right job for you? Have a seat, I'll pour you a cup of tea and tell you. We have gotten a lot of useful advice over the career program. Mr. Ollivander reminding us that the freedom to experiment and discover our passions, the career may choose us just as easily as we may choose it. To embrace where life takes me, for well-rounded people like us, life could take us just about anywhere. Finding meaning in a big blue, a blue can mean anything. The fact that your blue can mean anything means your future is full of possibilities. There could be many different futures for you, and if that's the case, you still can do anything. When we started all this, I wanted to know my future, but there's something to be said about keeping it open. Which would you prefer? I'd prefer the surprise, like the idea of taking the future as it comes. No matter what happens, I'll be prepared. An open future just feels a bit more exciting. A little bit of mystery in our future leaves room for possibilities. What about what we do, but who we are. No matter what sort of careers we end up with, what matters most are the people we become. I feel a lot better about my future now. Please don't tell anyone you saw me like this. See that you don't. Good night. Good night. You want to see me, Professor? Thank you for humoring me at this late hour. These past few days at Hogwarts have been quite busy. I can scarcely remember so many visitors. It's true, I've met all sorts of people who have helped me and my friends learn about magical careers. Although you seem to have taken a more direct approach than most, we tried to catch a glimpse in our destinies. Some of my friends liked what they saw more than others. I commend your efforts to help your friends contemplate their futures. In my vision, I saw a desk. I don't like the idea of having a dreary desk job, but I can't say for sure what sort of career I'll have. You have also garnered wisdom and advice from many of our special guests over the course of this program. With everything you have learned, how do you feel about what fate may have in store for you? I feel confident. No matter what happens to me in the future, I'll make the best of it. It seems that Falk agrees. Is there anything else you can tell me about that might help me understand my future? Even if the destiny has a plan for me, I can still choose how to respond. How we respond to fate reveals our true natures. In those moments, we show who we really are and what my future holds, but I'll try to respond in the best way possible. When facing an uncertain future, we must lean into our strengths to take the slings and arrows of fate in stride. I suspect that whatever career awaits you will be unlike almost any other. You are a rare individual. Your life at Hogwarts has been nothing short of extraordinary, and your eventual career is certain to be extraordinary as well. You may remember these statues from when I introduced the career programs. These three strengths are the true secrets to success in the wisdom world. In a world as dangerous and uncertain as this, one must be brave to face it. But in these days, you have shown your capacity for all three of these strengths. Your eagerness to learn about wisdom and careers you displayed is a thirst for knowledge. Your efforts to help your friends explore and understand their potential futures is empathy. And in facing your uncertain future, you proved your courage. May they remind you of the pursuit of Bettering oneself does not stop at the gates of Hogwarts. There are few witches and wizards as capable as you. Thank you, Professor. Now get some rest. Another day at Hogwarts will soon begin.